Welcome back, ladies and gents. Once again, me and Lee here doing the Newcastle United Women's podcast. And in this one, we're going to go into discussing the top three players of each of our members.
Ferdinand's fault.
Oh, Ferdinand.
Smell him.
Guffed one, that is great. Love it. You did guff one right in my face. But yes, before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share, give away a 5-star rating if you're listening back. If you're all listening back, thank you. But why are you missing our beautiful faces? That's not good. It's not great. But hey, anyways, look, we're going to go into the top three players of each of us. We've got mine, we've got Lee's, we've got Dale's, we've got Juliet's, who Dale and Juliet sadly can't be here. But before we get into the thick of that, as always, we've got Who Am I? I'm Joe Kenja. That's Lee Lola. Lee, take it away.
Yeah, so this is the usual little quiz that we do in all the pods to keep it engaged. And so we've got 3 questions for you. There might be a current player, an ex-staff member, current staff member. Could be someone who's famous, who has association with Newcastle United Women. Clue 3, it'll be the easiest. Clue 2 is the medium. Clue 1 is always the hardest. So the clue 1 is I am not from the northeast. Simple as that. I am not from the northeast. That is your clue 1. Clue 2 coming up later.
That leaves a lot to open with clue number 1. I'm not from the northeast. That could be quite a few players.
Takes out a few of the Geordies.
It does. It takes out a fair few Geordies. I like that. I've wrote that down. Lots of guesses in my mind straight away, but we'll get into them later. Starting off, shall I start with my 3? Do you reckon? Look.
Well, top 3, innit?
My top three. I'm going to go from 3rd up to 1st because I think it's fair. And for me, 3rd might shock a few people, especially for the way on the first podcast this season, the way I spoke.
I think I know where you're going.
But for me,
it's the former England international.
The 3rd, yes indeed it is, the former England international, Euro-winning Lioness. For me, the 3rd best player this season has been Demi Stokes. She's also for me the most improved over the season as well, as showcased recently in the work that she's been doing with that personal trainer. She has really toned herself up, and you wouldn't think...
Not slim, that's not the right word.
Yeah, she's toned, she's become more refined. You've slimmed, yeah. Demi hasn't taken your diet, but she's got more muscly, more fitness, more energetic, all of those sorts of bits and bobs. And I think personally for me, she's been a driving force in causing attacks to happen. She's always running up that wing. I remember start of the season I was sat there going, Demi, you can't run that far, you haven't got the legs anymore.
I was telling you she'll come good, didn't I?
And she's come really good. She's a phenomenal player, and I think she's been very crucial in the attacks, she's been very crucial in the defence, and even at times she's been very good at covering midfield positions as well. And I think Demi Stokes is great. She's sitting in at number 3 for me. Me number 2, which is going to be based on, quite honestly, the goals. You can't knock it. Shania Hales.
Yeah.
She has been phenomenal. 15? Yeah, exactly. She's just banging them in. It's one of those players as well who you do tend to overlook, but then she scores a goal and she scores another one, and by the end of the season you realise how many goals she's got, and if she didn't score all them goals this season, where else would they have come from? You know, we've got
you've got to consider as well, for probably a third of the season she's playing left wing.
Yeah, exactly. And she's still banging them in.
And she didn't start every game either.
Exactly. A lot of the time until the back half of the season, Hales was coming on in like the 50th, 60th minute, and Andrews was starting the games, and Hales was coming on and scoring 1 or 2 goals. 2 hat-tricks this season, I believe, as well.
Yeah, it is.
She's absolutely brilliant. Both of them away from home as well.
You know, she not get it at home. She did not get it
was her first one at home.
She just got it at home.
Usually let we know. Cozy, where are you? In the comments. And then my number 1, I've debated about this because for a lot of the season I wanted to put Amber Stobbs as my number 1 player this season because she's been crucial. But I feel like in the second half of the season injuries kind of hindered her, so for me it's not Amber Stobbs, and she doesn't make it into my top 3, although she's very close. She would be the closest to number 4 out of anyone. I went to call her a proper name, the Macam Slayer, Beth Lumsden.
It wasn't her. I thought you were going to have someone else.
Who did you think I was going to go for?
I thought you were going to have for Diana.
No, not quite. I didn't ask 3 people and then said it, but anyways.
I was thinking there who you're leaving out. Yeah, is it Diana? Is it Beth?
Nah, for me it's Beth Lumsden. Beth Lumsden has been phenomenal. Look, Diana Cooper's been great, but I think there's too much competition at the back. You can put Rachel Furness into that category. You can put Diana into that category. You can even put Lois Joel into the category of who's been a better central defensive midfielder, defender, who's fitted into them roles a lot. But for me, it's Beth Lumsden. She has been incredibly crucial. I know a lot of people are going to pick Freya Gregory and Emily Murphy. They have made an incredible impact on the pitch. However, they've only been here half the season. and I can't put them against what Beth Lumsden's brought. Yes, she's been left out due to injury, but regardless, when she has played, she has got assists. Just about 90% of her goals are all phenomenal worldy goals, and she, when you watch her on the ball, she is crucial to scaring many teams' defences. It's phenomenal. Beth Lumsden for me is above and beyond our best player, and I would believe she was in with top 5 last season as well. She's a phenomenal player and one of the best signings we have made in the past 2-3 years.
I think she's WSL quality.
Oh, with that, she's ready.
I think she's one that'll be here for quite a while. And obviously she signed a contract not so long ago, didn't she? So quality. If
she wasn't the Mackem Slayer, she hadn't signed a contract, I would be worried about her in the summer, but I'm not. Beth is a Geordie through and through.
Just one year, because I don't think none of us, and we'll quite openly say, have got Demi Stokes in the top 3. With her as well, I was always confident that she'll come good, and I love the fact that she is, regardless of the game, she's a 7 minimum now, regardless of the opposition. Yep. Always a minimum. Even on a bad day, she's a 7. Yep. And that goes to show you the standards. And also what's really important with Fernie leaving, she's probably going to have to, well, it's not probably, she is going to have to be that leader now in that dressing room, especially now also Grace has gone.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's something as well. Demi Stokes, one thing I've praised about her on a few different vlogs, and it's something I love about her. You always see her going over where as soon as there's a break in action, she just doesn't stand. She doesn't stand around, and no offence to anyone who does, she doesn't get a rest. She'll run over to a player who she thinks, right, I've got something I can tell you, and you'll go and see her speaking one-on-one to players whenever there's a break in play. She's a true leader and a true lioness. Lee, would you like to do yours next, or should I go into Juliet and Dale's?
Go into Juliet and
we'll go to
June
Juliet.
Dale's.
So Juliet, we were a bit shocked about it. 2 players who came in January, she was picked in our top 3, and one of them's took in the number 1 spot.
It's interesting that I raise her, but look, she's backing them. You can't deny that they both had an impact. Probably Murphy, I would say personally, more than Freya. Freya has looked good in large chunks. A couple of poor games in there, but I'm not going to judge her over that. Murphy was here full season. I think she would be in my top 3.
Oh, I think so as well. For me, Murphy makes it into that. For me, if you were just judging this on half season,
if you're doing signing of the season, she'd be a contender.
Murphy,
for me, she would.
She's contender. Don't think I'd pick her, but she's a contender. She is a contender. I think it's phenomenal, and obviously Lumsden. I think a lot of people were putting Lumsden in the top 3, and for, like you say, Freya Gregory, you nailed it perfectly. And we do have deals as well.
We do have deals.
Deal. Now that I've remembered that you've got a video clip, take it away for me.
My top 3 players for the lasses this season. It's been a hard decision because all the lasses for this season have been phenomenal. First year in the championship, really competitive league, and to finish in the top 5 this season. Only 2 points away from 3rd. Great season, lasses. It's been a hard decision, but my top 3 players of the season is in 3rd position is Shania Hales. Scoring 15 goals this season is phenomenal. Getting a couple assists, contribution as well. But in my opinion, she's been brilliant. But in inconsistency with form, in and out, is ranked at number 3. She's had a great season, but there's 2 of our players I think has been better than her. In 2nd place is Beth Lumsden. Brilliant player, absolutely phenomenal on the right, and she can play on the left as well and the forward, but phenomenal on the winger. Just been brilliant, getting assists and all the goals as well. The Mackem Slayer scoring twice against Sunderland to win 2-1, and other goals to win the games as well. Overall, our work rate has been fantastic down the wings. But yet again, she's been phenomenal. But just pipped by my number 1. And my number 1 player of the season is our captain, Amber Keegan-Stobbs. Even when she's starting on the bench, or even off the bench, coming in dramatic turnarounds that we've had. She's just been phenomenal, like leadership, getting the lasses, gearing them up. Come on, let's go more further on. And that's what you need from that's what you need from a captain. Shows character as well. Even when the chips are down with 2-0 down a couple of occasions, or goals down, Amber riles the lasses up to get that number 1, to go again. Let's go and get this points. Let's go and get the points, and she has on and off the pitch. Off the pitch, she supports the players all the time. So that is why Amber Keegan-Stobbs is my number 1 player of the season. Back to you, Lee and Joe.
Well, Dale went for quite an obvious one for his number one with Amber Stobbs, didn't he? I
He
think
loves her.
He does. He's got a lot of admiration for Amber Stobbs, and I don't think it's a one like I've said. Amber Stobbs is my fourth, and it's very close to bring her into number three. She has been phenomenal this season. I just think the second half has let her down a little bit.
She had injuries as well,
Yes.
and it's probably not fresh in people's minds. She's probably in my top five.
Aye, without doubt.
But, yeah, I mean, a lot of the times where we were struggling, she was the driving force.
Yeah. She made impact. She was an impact sub. She's one of those substitutions you bring on
Even
the
when
pitch.
she started.
She is a starting performance. That would be a question for everyone. He has one for you in the comments. Do you think Amber's better coming off the bench or starting? Let us know in the comments.
I'll let you tell her that to her face then.
Yeah, like that.
Good luck.
Elbow to the face. And then Hales. It's got to be the goals, hasn't it? Why Hales is going to get into so many top threes. Obviously, Lumsden, we already know. We'll talk about Lumsden forever and ever and ever. Lumsden is number two. Lumsden is number one. Number three. It doesn't matter. We know why. But Hales, it's the goals, isn't it, Lee?
I think that's it. That's it. And people, I know I've got possibly Shania in my top three, soon to be revealed. But I think goals tells it. 15 goals we talked about before. She didn't always start up front. She didn't start every game. She was second top scorer in the whole of the championship. I mean, what else you got to do? Yes, you can say that she goes missing quiet, but she doesn't need service, whereas someone else might in the squad. She can turn it on herself. And you look at that goal, hat-trick goal, the curler. She made that over herself. It was a great little finish. Most players will probably whack that low, but no, she's got the finesse just to curl it. It's not the first time. She's got pace galore. She needs competition next season, I do feel, though.
Yep, agreed.
We can't just have her bagging in 15 and the next striker getting 1 or 2 or 3. The next top scorer, ironically, is Beth Lumsden on 7, so great season.
Really good season. You say that about her going quiet, and one thing I want to quote there is the Shinobi were one of the most dangerous forces in the feudal era of Japan, and they went quiet a hell of a lot of the time, but they made an impact. Same as Shania Hales. She is our Shinobi. Shinobi Shania. I'm going to get that going next season, watch. So before we get into Lee's as well, which I know you'll all be eager to hear because Lee generally brings a great list and usually a controversial option as well. Clue number 2. Clue number 1 is I am not from the northeast, which
That's true.
There's a lot.
Yeah, well, what it does do, it takes out your local lasses, I guess. So clue 2, I have played abroad. So there's clue 2. So I'm not from the northeast and I have played abroad.
Obviously, I have forgotten my notepad today, so I'm busy putting my notes into here just to try and get my own guesses because I never know who Lee's picked. I'm playing along with you guys, and that does not make it easier at all. Which, I mean, it shouldn't.
This is the easy one. Stay tuned to the next part because they're a little more harder, but I'm not from the northeast and I've played abroad. So
That's quite a few people like that.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's a current player or an ex-player or a staff member. It could be anything yet. I haven't revealed that yet.
I've got someone in my mind. And she's not first team. But we'll see. So, from clue number 1 and clue number 2, let me know your guesses. Pop them in the comments as you're watching along. And we're going to get into Lee's top 3. I'm interested to hear this. I am interested because he's had some good opinions this season. So, Lee, hit me with your top 3.
Number 3 is Deanna Cooper.
Okay.
We'll talk more about official awards on the next pod, but yeah, she came in at the side. She had a little bit of a shaky start, probably a little bit unfair criticism, but she just grew. Oh my God, she's an 8 out of 10 every week, without a shadow of a doubt. A couple of goals in there, crucial goals. I think she scored 4 this season. That's not why I'm putting her in there, of course not. But that goal against Man United lives long in the memory.
She's had 2 equalisers as well, has she? Or equaliser and a winner.
Yeah, she scored the one at St James's later on against Southampton, which I went wild at. But not just that, she's a good old-fashioned defender who loves to defend.
Yeah.
It's an art, and she loves it. And she takes it with pride. And she's an 8 out of 10 for me, I think. And I might be controversial saying this, but I think she's ahead of Potsy now.
Bernie, he said it.
If it comes down to one other starting spot between Deanna and Potsy, I think Deanna would get it right now.
I think right now, yeah, and I do think that massively Potsy.
That might change in the obviously run of games, form and stuff, but I think that partnership, Deanna and Potsy, is my partnership next season, but we still need a couple of their body strength.
Are they your centre backs?
Aye.
Yeah. I don't see a centre back positioning now that Fernie's gone. happening without Potty. I think Potty's always going to be there.
Potty's
Cooper's
going to have
perfect
at least
second.
a couple of years with us easily.
Easy.
Second choice, this again, Shania Hales. Similar reasons what I said.
Yeah.
15 goals, can't really argue about it. She has a couple of critics, but if she scores 15 goals next season, we'll be out of the moon. You've got to remember, if we bring in, I'm going to ask you this question. We bring in a striker in the summer and she bangs 15 goals in. You're taking that, aren't you?
All day long.
That's what Shania Hales has just done. Why are people moaning about it?
Exactly. It's been a massive point for me this season when I've heard people moan about Shania Hales, and I'm like, look, she's putting them in the back of the net. She's a striker. That's her job. If I was going out there and I was making coffees, and someone asked for a coffee and I made them a tea, I'd be sacked.
Our record's like, what, better than 1 and 2? It's like 1 and 1.5 games.
Exactly. It's kind of like almost turning around and going, okay, Craig Bellamy was worthless for the tune. You know,
it's like what the record's. What she probably scores out of every 6 games 4 goals.
Yeah,
that's the record, isn't it? It's phenomenal.
Look at Murphy as well. Look at Jacob Murphy on the men's team, and people love him for the goals he's scored and the assists he's made. Now you just take away his assists, add them to his record, and you've got Shania Hales' goal scoring record.
It's mad. It's mad. And then number 1 for me is Beth Lumsden.
It has to be.
I think there's a pattern amongst all of us. She's in the top 3 for everyone. Unless Dale put her in.
Yeah, Dale's got her in as well.
So every one of us have put Beth Lumsden, and that goes to show you she's probably, she is the player of the season out of all 4 of us collectively. If you look at what we went with, and Shania's probably second, and then it's a debate whoever finishes third. But I mean, it's left foot, right foot, technician, great personality. We've interviewed her a couple of times after games. So upbeat.
Loves her flip-flops.
Julia, don't record her feet. I trim that out. Won't let her live that down. But look, that position doesn't need strengthening. Probably on this bench, yes. Maybe one more winger if we keep Poppy. But Beth Lumsden, left or right, she's just brilliant. And yes, she scored the goals against the Mackhams. That was great. But you mentioned earlier, a couple of worldies is just brilliant. She's
one of those where you put her on the wing. I think Beth Lumsden could do a job in attacking midfield. We know she can work on either wing, and I think if it came to it one day, she would be great as a centre forward as well. She'd hold them roles perfect.
Look at all the goals she got for Portsmouth.
Exactly.
In Tier 3.
I think that's what really. I think if Portsmouth never got rid of Beth Lumsden, which I still don't know why they did, but if Portsmouth, it is cheddar cheese, isn't it? If they didn't get rid of her, I think Portsmouth would have had a better season than what they've had this season.
Yeah, Portsmouth come good at the end though, didn't they?
They did.
Great run. Second half of the season they were brilliant.
They've managed to do it.
They look doomed.
Obviously, Matt Walby's going to be very happy that Beth Lumsden is NFTV's collective player of the season. Thanks, Ferdinand. Another one. That's the third one he's done on us.
Oh, that's near you, that.
Love it. Thank you. I think she deserves it as well, though, for me personally. She's been an absolute stalwart this season. Obviously, as well, ladies and gents, please make sure you let us know if you agree, if you disagree. Let us know your 3 down in the comments below, because we're all very interested here at the end of the day. These are the fans, we are the fans, we want to know what yous all think, we want to know collectively, is Beth Lumsden, I mean, you look on the Newcastle United Women's group...
And we'll come to that.
Yeah, we'll come to that. We're going to discuss a lot about awards and such in the next one, so make sure you keep an eye on Newcastle Fans TV.
And also, we're having 2 podcasts inside a week for years.
Wow.
Because we've got a lot of cramming of the women's stuff, even next week.
Yeah, I know, and we've got things like on the looming horizon. You've got the release lists, you've got incomings, outgoings. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks for Newcastle United Women's fans, and obviously, as per usual, you can catch it all here with us. We're always covering the lasses. It's the way it's done. We respect them so much, loads and loads and loads of love for them. But that said, because I've got a name in my head which I'm going to write down now. Just as
reveal clue 3 then.
Give us clue 3.
Cool, let's rattle through them again. I am not from the northeast, is the clue 1. Clue 2, I have played abroad.
Oh, she is.
And clue 3, I am a current player.
You have messed me up.
So, get your head quickly rattle around. Who's played abroad in that Newcastle squad? There isn't many, put it that way. There isn't many. It's a player that I'm thinking of. Now, there could be potentially more than one, but the one that I've got in mind, so you're basically taking a risk, a guess. However, who are you gone for?
I'm struggling. When you say abroad, I'm going to be
like across the water.
Okay, so it's not on the British Isles.
It's not the Scottish leagues.
Okay, no. Right. So it's not Hannah Hawkins.
No,
right, because that's who I had in my mind there. I was like Hannah Hawkins, but that's like I believe she's played over Island way. It's a hard one. I think I'm gonna have to turn around and say I'm not from the northeast. No, because she is. I was going to say Charlotte Potts. She's from the
Not Potsy.
northeast.
Yeah,
It's not
she's played
Harvey
abroad, but it's
Potsy.
not her.
Leah Cataldo.
It's not. Drum roll. It's Amy Andrews. Guess where she played?
Where?
USA. God, I'm stumped there. Amy, I know you've been messaging us throughout the season, so thank you very much. You're really nice, nice soul, but give us some stick now,
Yeah, Amy, you need to give me some sticks. I've just read your message about 10 minutes before recording this, and you told us where you were going. That should have been a very big clue.
You could have had Emily Murphy as well, but I wasn't thinking of her because she's playing in the States. But I wasn't thinking of Emily. So you have guessed Emily Murphy. You're right, but you aren't thinking what I'm thinking though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is Amy Andrews who's played across in the States as well.
There's quite a few Newcastle players who've played in the States, I've got to admit, because I had it first, and then I remember she's from the northeast, Georgina Spraggan. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. She's currently in the States at the moment.
Doing very well now.
Doing really well, she is. I would like to see her back one day. But yes, Amy Andrews, if you've got that, make sure you put yourselves a little trophy in the comments section saying, I got it, and no edited comments because we can't see it. Right?
No Googling.
Yeah, no Googling, none of that. We don't do it. I'm literally writing my notes in there, you know. So, that's a nice one. I like that one. Amy Andrews, what a belt. As yes,
I'll tell you about when we were in the car before coming here. I went the first one, they're just straight bullet point, easy ones.
And they're harder?
Probably because you're thinking outside the box. The next week, next few days, it's a lot more detailed questions. Put it that way.
Right, so I believe we've hit everything. Again, please let we know in the comments who your top 3 players are. Please number them. I want to know 3, 2 and 1. I want to get into them, and I'm going to be coming into them comments either on the NFTV Extra channel account or even on my own account, and coming in and slating ears if you put certain people at certain places. We'll have a look though. I believe there's going to be a lot of love for a lot of people. But for now, it's been a shorter one.
Well, it's been extended thanks to Dale and Juliet though.
Oh yeah, I like that, yeah. Oh no, it would have hit. There's me looking at a timer on there and I'm just
we're
terrible.
on 20 minutes on the timer, but they've stretched it out.
If you see me last video, I'm terrible, you know. Josh Lager dropping my microphone. Anyways, look, thank you very much. Give with a 5-star rating. Or I'll take a 4-star rating if you'll give us that.
5. Give it 5.
5 for Lee, how give it a like, give it a subscribe, share it to everyone. Your nana, and trust us, your nana does like this. Your nana comes into my Costa, get the badge in, and gets coffees off us and talks women's football. So share it to your nana, share it to your auntie, share it to your goldfishers. Everyone, like it, subscribe, share it, pass it everywhere, and make sure you tune in again. Keep your eyes open because in the next couple of days we are going to have yet another one.
We are. I'll tell you about. It's all about the awards, official awards, and a little bit of controversy to go with that as well. So stay tuned for the next few days. And if you listen on the audio, same thing will be out in the next few days.
Thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next one.